Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to the week 1 drop list for this season being Fall Winter 2024. And without further ado, to be honest, we're just going to jump straight into it and go through basically everything. Well, everything. I had waited for the list to be updated because there have basically been like partial list. Now we have the full list. So yeah, we're just going to run through all of it. Obviously, as per norm, let me know your favourite piece from either the week or from the season, or maybe your favourite couple of pieces. And yeah, let's just jump straight into this because there's a lot to go through as per norm. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, let's just jump straight into this, go through everything. And yeah, because typically we have like 60 to like 80 items for week 1, so there's a lot to go through as always, but kicking this week off is obviously going to be the most popular piece being the photo tee, which is the Tyler the Creator tee. If you haven't yet watched like the Supreme video that they put out, it's about 8 minutes or so. I'd highly recommend watching it because it is just worth doing. It's sort of reminiscent of things and wanting to go back to how they used to be, but obviously that's just not going to happen, sadly, because we can't go back to the days of when, I guess for some people, it was more enjoyable. And yeah, nostalgia. I kind of agree, I suppose, because he makes a good comment that he sold a pair of shoes in London. He got 300, which was basically like 1,000 back then for them. Which my way of like looking at it is the fact of I remember my brother in like early 2010s, either 12 or 13 or so, that he came back from a holiday. He had 7 things. He spent like $500, and it included like a hoodie or 2 hoodies, like a puffer jacket, just a lot of stuff overall. 7 things for that much, and it's just like, yeah, you could really get a lot back then, whereas nowadays it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I'm taking far too long. So from there we have the flask, the Hario Erlenmeyer. Yep, flask. Following on from that, we have another accessory being the El May MFG Inc. Miners lunchbox. 2 very unique, 2 very far apart accessories, but that's kind of cool, to be honest. Flask and lunchbox, I don't know if we're going to get them in the EU, so we'll have to wait and see as far as that, because you know, shipping a flask might be a little bit of a dangerous thing for Supreme, but regardless, we can move on from there. I still think lunchbox is really cool. We have another tee, obviously being the Tara Patrick tee. Last tee, I believe, that included her was 2007, so which was a photo tee, kind of. Not a full-blown like they are nowadays, but kind of a like similar extent in the end. But yeah, I remember that being very popular in the end. From there, we have the Swarovski crystal box cutter. I don't know how this is going to go down. It would depend on the retail, I suppose. But if it's less than like what, $50, I'm probably really lowballing that, but I then expect that to sell out realistically. Obviously not going to get it in the EU, but yeah. We then have the Hulken rolling tote bag. A lot of people said that this is a very like New York thing in the end, so we'll have to see if it still holds the same, I guess, popularity in the end or not. You never know. We then have the Blemish patches, which are by Deer Cloud. It's a 36 pack. And yeah, black and red are the colours, so I'm guessing we're just going to have those 2. That's it. Can you pick more quantities? Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. We then have the S logo baseball Henley. I think this is nice and clean, to be honest. One of the first pieces I'm actually going to be opening up for this. I think it's clean, simple, and yeah. Colourway, I guess it depends on what you prefer. I'd probably say that it's the black, navy or grey that's my personal favourite. Yellow might be one of those that out of the blue it's like popular, but yeah. From there we've then got the Tara Patrick skateboard. Yeah, it's got Supreme over it, as you can see, in very like light overlay, I suppose. So we can move on from that onto the Pigment S Logo 6 panel and the Veritas Varsity jacket and the Mr. Cow Power tee. S logo I think is perfectly fine. I would like this more so washed out colour to them. A number of them have that this season where it's a more like less vibrant, less saturated colour and it's more just toned down, and I like that. I really think this Varsity jacket's great. I feel like the one comment that I have seen and I can kind of agree to is something on the back would have been nice, because you've got a lot going on and it's really good and it's not too overcrowded, it's just right and the layout's just right, but then just a small thing or something might have just made the impact. But anyway, the Power tee, I think it looks better on the shirt, I believe it is, or the coach's jacket actually. No, it's the shirt. Coach's jacket is a different piece, but yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. Hanes boxer briefs, standard. Canal Street short sleeve shirt. It's unique. I can't really say much else for it. We then have a military camp cap and an Arabic label camp cap dropping this week. I think they're okay. I like this sort of lined looking design that they've got going across a number of pieces this season. I think the black colourway kind of works a bit better in the camp cap, but yeah. Following on from that, we've got a small box tee, the emo tee, S logo track jacket and the military boonie. Small box is sort of standard staple, just different colourways. The emo tee is different. It's probably going to be a cool sticker, I think, more so than the tee. S logo, I didn't really get on with this track jacket, I can't lie, whereas a lot of people have said that it's really cool and they're looking forward to it and they're going to go for it. So yeah, I mean, we've got different opinions at the end of the day, and that's what happens with pieces and things, but I don't know, I'm just not a fan with how, I guess, not too legible it is. I think that the colourway choice is okay, but it's just the legibility of the S logo. I don't know, it's just for me, just something just seems off. But anyway, military boonie, like the camp cap, I do like the colourways, they're just a bit different. Both of them, I think, are perfectly fine. From there, we've got the embroidered script hoodie, the distressed salvage trucker jacket, and Hanes crew socks, independent truck. Simple pieces that we get. I like the script, I'm not gonna lie, it looks nice, but there's nothing crazy going on with it as an overall. It's just an easy piece. The distressed trucker jacket I think just looks better in the denim blue. Black colourway looks fine, but it just blends better. From there, we've got the Liberty tee, the short leather race jacket, Spitfire classic wheels, and a Champions studded hoodie. Liberty tee, it's fine. Yeah, I prefer a lot of the other Liberty pieces that they've got coming out. This is completely fine, but yeah, there's nothing really crazy going on with it, and I feel that it's kind of the same as the emo tee. It's just a simple sort of graphic that's going on for it, but then again, I do prefer that over some of the other tees that we are getting. Short leather race jacket I'm just expecting to be expensive, and I'm not a fan of studded, as I've said many times in the past, so it looks great, but I just don't like studded. So from there, we've got the patchwork yoke football top, little bit unique. I'd love to see people wearing it to see how it is almost like in hand, because there's just something about it that I think just looks cool. But yeah, baggy jean, same sort of thing as the small box tee, just a standard staple. Same as the rigid loose fit selvage jean, staple, just different colourways this time for the baggy jean. Small box zip up hoodie, almost the same, just different colourways, easy piece. We've then got the rigid baggy black selvage jean, the cracked back arc short sleeve top, one of the first bags being the messenger bag, and the Spitfire shop wheels in another colourway. I think that the bags are okay, but they're nothing to go crazy over this season. It's just one of those things, sometimes they're good, sometimes they miss a bit. When they did like the green colourway in the bag, that was definitely a big hit. It's just, for me, yeah, I don't think they're as popular as past ones have been. They'll probably still sell out at some point in time and then people resell them, but yeah. I think that the back arc logo is cool, but there's nothing to go crazy over. Navy colourway is probably my favourite. We've got the money tee. It's okay, it's just not really on like the same height as others that I like for the tees. Like the Satan tee is the same sort of thing. It's got a front and a back graphic, which is great, but yeah, it just doesn't really do anything for me. We've then got the jerseys box logo New Era. A unique take, you know, it's got different patches on it with different years for the jerseys, but it's just, yeah. Drugs skateboard, a lot of people have been asking for like a large spell out with like a USA flag for ages, and they thought this was finally it when they saw like one of the photos, but instead it's this, so they're ultimately disappointed, sadly, with that. We then have the On God hoodie. Yeah. The twill applique short sleeve top, reversible faux shirling work vest, and the eyes short sleeve work shirt. Twill applique, perfectly fine. The work vest is cool, reversible, great, you know, multiple uses for it. This piece I think should be further up on the list. This should be appreciated a lot more than it is. I don't know why it's this far down. I'm going to give it a like myself because it should genuinely be higher up on the list. Personally, I think the detail's great. Colorway is just depends as to what you like. I think that the red popping on the black or the pinkish popping to the black looks the best, but at the same time the blue is very standout with the gold on the white colorway. But yeah, I definitely think it should be higher. We then have the reflective stripe hooded work jacket. It's okay, it just looks dirty, like it really does. You could do it yourself, like make it dirty from wearing it, but yeah. We've got the blood and body, obviously it's self-explanatory at the end of the day. The distressed loose fit selvage jean is next, self-explanatory, it's a staple piece. The drugs tee, yeah, moving on. To match the S logo track jacket, we have the track pant. I think it looks a bit better in the track pant than it does the jacket, but that's just my own personal take. The duffel bag, the Hanes tagless tee, the loose fit flannel Oxford shirt. I'm not a massive fan of these two colourways in the Oxford shirt, I'm not going to lie, it's just not. It's not it for me. And personally, I think that the leather duffel bag looks a lot better than the standard one that we're getting. We then have a felt arc 6 panel. I'm not a fan of. The boucle zip-up shirt, same sort of thing. Waffle small box sweater, which is what I typically tend to do during these videos. The backpack, yeah, they're just not the same. They're not good as the prior ones. We've got the upset tee and the connect tee. It's probably upset that it's this far down. I feel like these two should be higher, but they've obviously just got more dislikes than some of the other pieces, so it happens. Waist bag, it's easy, but yeah. Regular jean, I'm not a fan of the left colourway. Cargo pants, small box, sweatshorts, stability mesh back 5 panel and chino pant. Just sort of staple pieces. Stability is okay. It's just got nothing crazy going on. To finish off the week, we have the rigid baggy selvage jean, the camera bag, the loose gorge beanie. I like the colourways for this. The embroidered script sweatpant to match the hoodie. Same sort of thing. I think this is perfectly fine. I like the purple that they've chosen this season. And then we have the mini side bag, the accent brushed zip up hooded sweater. I think it's just a bit much going on, but you know, it's just one of those things. We've then got the Hearts beanie, the crest crew neck. This was the piece that I got confused with it being on like a coach's jacket, because this is what is on one, I believe, for the crest crew neck. It's on a coach's jacket, but yeah. The athletic studded long sleeve top, Jacquard scarab short sleeve top, and funk spell out beanie. I'm not a fan of studded, I've said that. The scarab, I think in the black colourway, I think it's fine, yeah. Funk spell out beanie, it's definitely funky. You can read Supreme, but it's just not the strongest for legibility. So yeah, that is going to cover this week for week 1. So as per norm, let me know down below your thoughts and opinions, what you're going to be going for, whether or not you're going to be going in store or not. And yeah, personally, I'll probably just grab a Tyler the Creator tee. I've seen at the retail is meant to be like close to like $60, which I think would be absolutely ludicrous if they're going to charge that much for a photo tee. So yeah, but anyway, we'll just have to wait and see as to what the retails are. As per norm, I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.